I want to talk to you today about adjusting your expectations in marriage in two different ways. So stay tuned. If the first way doesn't apply to you, the second one might. The first one is this: we often expect subconsciously that our husbands will be pretty much perfect. Right? Romantic, super romantic, tender with you, a great listener, just empathizes with all of your emotions, but yet a valiant warrior out in the workplace bringing home gobs of money, yet tender with the children. You know what I mean? And then when he doesn't meet these expectations perfectly, we're just aghast. Like, what? Or if we don't agree on everything, we're aghast. Like, why doesn't he agree with me? What is wrong with this man? We need to adjust our expectations a little bit. The Bible says over and over again, there is no human being that is perfect, not even one. Only Jesus is perfect. You know, I was thinking about Paul writing in Philippians 4, where he says he's learned the secret of being content in every situation. And then he finishes in verse 13 by saying, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. He had learned the secret of being content. It's relying on Jesus as your main relationship, where you get all of your needs met perfectly. He's the perfect lover of your soul. He's always a great listener. He has the best guidance, the perfect guidance. He's all powerful to change your circumstances. Need I go on? Like, he's the perfect one. And Paul had learned to rely on that relationship with Jesus, where it never changes. He says, I will never leave you nor forsake you. And that's part of the secret of being content in marriage, is not to put all your eggs in the basket of your husband, like he has to make me perfectly happy all the time. You're going to be perpetually disappointed. So adjust your expectations there. Realize your husband is imperfect, just as you are imperfect. But here's the second way I want to say that we need to adjust our expectations. This will apply to some of you. Some of you grew up in an abusive home environment. Unfortunately, many of you did. I know I did. And this can skew your view of what it should be like in your marriage. You think abuse is somewhat normal, especially verbal abuse or emotional abuse. You view that as, well, somewhat normal. It is not. And physical abuse, never, ever okay. There's also such a thing as spiritual abuse and mental abuse and sexual abuse. Need I go on? You need to adjust your expectations. It is not okay. God is not okay with your husband abusing you. Now, once in a blue moon, of course, a husband might have a really bad day and snap or something and be kind of mean or say a critical word or even an abusive word. Okay, we've all had a really bad day. But if this is a regular pattern, it is not okay with God at all. And you need to adjust your expectations. I was reading through 1 Corinthians 7, and something really popped out at me that I think applies to you if you're in an abusive situation. Paul was addressing slaves, and he said, if you have the ability to gain your freedom, do so. Ooh, our culture has provided a way for women to gain their freedom if they are in an abusive situation. It's called legal separation, or just plain separation, sometimes legal separation. Sometimes if the abuse is continuing and the man just will not stop or get help, divorce might be on the table. Our culture has provided a way so that you don't have to continue being abused, you or your children. So please adjust your expectations there. God is not okay with abuse. He has provided a way out. Please take it.